Today I'm going to start it off this stream with a in memoriam segment. First, we're going to start off with Whitney Houston's mom, Cissy Houston, who was also a singer, gospel singer, who was sadly lost in 2024. Her father, John Russell Houston Jr., who was also her manager at one point, was sadly lost in 2003. Her beautiful, beautiful daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, her life was tragically cut short in 2015. And of course, our queen of pop here, Whitney Elizabeth Houston, and her life was tragically cut in 2012. So, yesterday, August 9th, would have been her 63rd birthday. And she's been gone so many years now. But yeah, so today we're pretty much celebrating her life, her music, her career as a singer, as an actress. She's also been executive producers. We're going to talk about different tributes to her. Recently, actually just yesterday, Mattel has also released a Whitney Houston Barbie doll. So I'm going to show some photos of that as well. But yeah, let me just give a little brief overview of Whitney Houston, courtesy of Wikipedia, because it gives a little bit more details. I won't leave anything out. She was an American singer, actress, film producer, and record producer. She's commonly referred to as the Voice, and that was definitely the greatest nickname for her, because man, that was great. She was also a cultural icon. She broke down gender and racial barriers with her artistic achievements, Hollywood crossover, and music videos. So Whitney Elizabeth Houston was born in my hometown of Newark, New Jersey, August 9th, 1963. And she even lived in other parts of New Jersey as well. And she lived in parts of East Orange, which is also a neighboring town of Newark, New Jersey, before she became the pop star that we know today. Her mom and her family were members of New Hope Baptist Church, which is also in Newark, and then she was a member of their choir, which is when they discovered her beautiful singing voice, because her mom was also in the choir and a director as well. Even though she was heavily in the church background, she always wanted to be more. She wanted to be a singer, and she knew that she could get to the greatest point if she worked hard. And it's crazy because when she passed, I knew exactly where her family church was, and that's where they had her funeral services in Newark. Well, they had it at a funeral home that was right next to on the same street as my high school, but her actual memorial celebration was at the church, which was like maybe 10 or 15 minutes from my high school, so I wasn't too far from there. But yeah, I was able to see like the display they had outside of the church. I didn't get a chance to see the service because, of course, I was working, but I heard it was a lot of people there paying their respects to the late Queen of Pop. Let's see. So in excuse me. So in 1985, which is weird, that's the year I was born, she had her debut album, Whitney Houston. And on that album, she had a song called Saving All My Love for You. And that's when she won her first Grammy Award. Then, of course, there was her second album, Whitney. Then I'm Your Baby Tonight, which was in 1990. My Love Is Your Love, which is 1998. Just Whitney, 2002. And then I Look to You in 2009, which was her last album before she sadly passed away. Um, but yeah, so my memories of Whitney go back to when I was a child. Just like Michael Jackson, Whitney played in my house. Her music, her influence, fashion styles, everything was, because seeing her perform and sing and eventually go into the whole acting career, I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is overwhelming for a female artist. And as a kid, you're just like, wow, I want to be something like that. Like, you know, be multifaceted, multi-talented. But of course, I just couldn't sing. Don't think I can act too well, but you see where I'm going with this. I'm not gonna even. But but yeah, she was very, very, very great artist. Very talented. When I was um when I was younger, I used to sing a lot of her songs and around the house. We used to be like, okay, stop making all that noise, stop yelling. When I was actually trying to sing like her with those high notes. And one of my favorite songs is I Will Always Love You. And I know a lot of people love that song. It's very cliche, but honestly, I believe it was Dolly Parton's song. And even she said Whitney sung it better than her, and she was like, that's an honor, you know. But I would try to hit that high note. I know everyone here tried to do it, so I'm not the only one, but it's just amazing how long and high she held that note. And that was like one of my favorite songs. I hear it now, I get a little teary-eyed, but um yeah, now I think of that song knowing that she's not here any longer. It's like, we will always love you, Whitney. um you are our greatest love of all. Um, if only we could have you back. It's like it was so sudden, unexpected loss, but you know, whew, but we're here to celebrate her life. And I'm gonna eventually drop the link for those who want to come up, have a cool conversation about your favorite Whitney Houston memory, favorite Whitney Houston movie, song, video, um, appearance. Have you ever even been to one of her shows? Have you seen her live? I never had that, you know, experience, but if you have, I would love to hear it. Or even if, you just want to come up here and just, you know, talk some good things about Whitney. Any memories you may have from your childhood or adulthood. What influences have she had on you? You know, but yeah. So I see someone else popped up in the chat. Hey, little breezy. Yes, like the stream. Thank you. Whitney was such a great, talented individual. Absolutely. Yeah, Mike Johnson. I seen her since live action Cinderella. Oh yeah, it's possible. All right, I'm not gonna keep singing. And Dee Dee, yes. Because I didn't know that has it been long since her mother passed. Yeah, yeah, it's been a few years now. All right, so real quick, I'm just gonna keep going. So just a little thing, because some people may not remember much about her. So here are some of the films she starred in. So The Bodyguard, 1992. Waiting to Exhale, Majin, 1995. The Preacher's Wife, which was another good one with Denzel. I loved it. And Courtney B. Vance. I loved it. That was in 1996. Cinderella, 1997. Why does it seem like it was so much, but that was with her and Brandy. And then Sparkle in 2012, which was released, I believe, after her passing. It was a posthumous release. That was her last um film. But it might have been released before she passed. I'm not sure, but I can look into that real quick. But yeah, so I do have someone in the back. If they want, if they're ready, I could okay, no problem. So let's switch the picture. All right. So, oh yeah. So let me just go over. I do have a few other things I wanted to talk about before they come up. Let's see. Pardon me. It's like I was prepared but not prepared. Um so oh gosh, this is gonna be a little embarrassing on my part. So in 2012, all right, a little quick backstory. I used to host Michael Jackson tribute events in Newark. That's my hometown. And it used to be around August 29th because that's, Michael Jackson's birthday. So when Whitney passed, I said, hey, let's do a Whitney Houston tribute. Unfortunately, it only lasted that 1 year. But this is my attempt at trying to dress like Whitney. So that was actually my hair. My hair was really long, so I curled it up. And I kind of miss my hair being like that actually. But anyway, this is from 2012 in August, like maybe a few days after her birthday. So we did like a birthday tribute and look at me. So yeah, I just wanted to share that really quick before everybody comes up. I have a few more pictures, but that one was more so the closer one. Um, but I did want to try my hand at being a Whitney Houston tribute artist, but I was like, with her, it requires singing. I can't sing. But yeah, and that's the full length. That's the full length picture. All right. All right. So we have someone else. Hey, the Wolf Born Oath. Good evening. All right. And someone else just popped in. Hey, Black Titan. Yo, yo. Yo, yo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lil Breezy. Thank you, Dee Dee. Yeah. So yeah, I tried my little hand at trying to do a little Whitney Houston tribute here. I don't know what was going on, but anywho. um so yeah, that was just me trying to um do a little tribute to Whitney that year for the event. I wish we could have did more events for her, like I did every year in North for Michael. Also, um, when she passed, I just have a few other things to the person in the back. Um, okay. So these are just some few things that were photos that were taken around between New York, my hometown in Newark, and East Orange, New Jersey. Um, and actually, I could add this in here too. So I'm just going to share a few photos here. So I did venture around. I went to the Apollo um, around February when Whitney passed in February 2012. So this is the Apollo Theater. They did like a, on their marquee, they always do like in memory of, for artists that pass away. They did the same thing for Michael, James Brown, other artists. So that was for Whitney. And in East Orange General Hospital, which is not too far from my childhood home, it says, Whitney, we will always love you. I caught that one day. I was I was like, oh wait, I gotta get that. Um, the Prudential Center in Newark. I couldn't get a good angle, but they had a sign on their marquee for Whitney Houston as well, because she was a Newark, New Jersey um, native. So much respect to the Newark, New Jersey, for putting up those memorials for her. And then also, I had stopped by. Remember, I mentioned I stopped by her church. They had this out for her, and there I am. It was cold that day, but I had to go there and pay my respects to Whitney. So that's the New Hope Baptist Church in Newark. So I went out there in the cold. I said, Whitney, I love you. It's cold, but I love you. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Um, so yeah, so that's just a few things that were up after she passed. And then, sorry, there's another thing or two I want to just share. So they also named a rest stop after Whitney Houston. It's on the Garden State Parkway. So that's the Whitney Houston rest stop. And then this is apparently what's inside. I haven't been in there yet because I always pass it by when I go to see my mom, but I never get a chance to stop in. Maybe one day we'll stop in there and actually see if this display is still there for her. I would love to see it up close. I bet it's beautiful. But yeah, that's the rest stop that's located in New Jersey on the Garden State Parkway in memory of Whitney Houston. Okay. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else I would like to share. I know I'm gonna pull up photos of the Whitney Houston Barbie dolls. Oh yeah, and check out my shirt. How will I know? Yeah, that's an oldie. But yeah, so let me see really quick because I do have like a few folders of pictures. Oh yeah, I forgot. There is a school in East Orange, but it was named after her, of course, prior to her passing. Because remember, I mentioned she also lived in East Orange, New Jersey. So there's a school named after her as well. Okay. And that's her right with the school sign, the Whitney E. Houston Academy of Creative and Performing Arts. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would pass by that school too every time I go to East Orange. And it's a big school, beautiful, beautiful brick school. So I'm glad that was, there and named after her before she passed, and she got a chance to see that a school in one of her hometowns was named after her. All right, so I think I'm good on this part with the tributes. And now I'm going to see if you're ready to come up yet. Oh, hey. Oh, I need the link to that top. Oh yeah. This is a cool shirt. I'll definitely shoot you over that link.